The night my mother-in-law tucked the bedsheet. Short story.
Please don't mention my name. I just need to share this with someone. On my wedding night, after the celebration and the partying, my husband and I finally consummated our marriage. I was a virgin, so there was a stain on our white bedsheets. And he said to me, "Baby, stand up, let me change the bedsheets." I didn't think much of it, so I stood up for him to change the bedsheets. Then few hours later, there was a knock on the door. It was his mom, my mother-in-law. She came to collect the bedsheets that my husband changed. I was surprised and shocked, and I asked why. So apparently in their tradition, the mother-in-law asked to come and pick up the bedsheets that we used that night. So I asked them, "Hope nothing will happen to me." And they said, "Don't worry, you are in good hands." But after that night, I had several miscarriages, several pregnancies that didn't last. But finally, I had one that stayed. Fast forward to years later in our marriage, I received a message in church not to travel for a while. Now, days after I received that message in church, my husband told me that we have an emergency trip to the village. And I tried to explain to him that I do not have the opportunity to travel for now. But then, my husband insisted that what we wanted to go and do in the village is very important. I looked at him and told him that I was not going to travel, so I insisted on staying behind that day. 2 weeks later, 2 of my sister-in-laws called, crying to me. And they said to me that when they got to the village, they were forced to take a drink, some kind of water, a ritual that binds a woman forever to a man in their bloodline. So it simply means no other man can touch her. She can't even remarry. Even if her husband dies, she has to remain in that family and in that lineage. That day, I realized that I had escaped something very dark. But when my husband returned from the village, he came to me that night. The moment he kissed me, my body went numb. My mind went blank. I ran out of the house. I ran into the street, not knowing my name or where I even came from. I wasn't even sure if I was married or had kids. My family found me wandering on the street like a mad woman, and then they rescued me and took me to church. That was when I realized that my husband was trying to charm me that day so he can take me to the village by force. For months, I didn't even remember I had children. I didn't remember anything about myself. That was the day that I knew that I could never go back to that man. If you found any culture shock or strange tradition after your marriage, you can reach out to us at Marriages and Tradition with Tomi. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. Bye.